defenders have been given. Like,
people deluded, I'm back again. And as you can see, I actually haven't even turned off the timer. As I was saying, the season is now done. Arsenal 5, Wolves 0. Perfect way to end the season for a variety of reasons. It's a perfect send-off for Granit Xhaka. We arrested, you know, we've fallen. Let's have it right. We have fallen off a cliff towards the end of the season. It's nice to get back to winning ways. Can't believe my eyes. I'm seeing a one-sided game and we've got a clean sheet. It's been a long season and it is one on my channel. Make sure you know you're subscribing and following and hitting the like button. We will dissect our season and what went right, what went wrong, how it ended, and things like that. We would have taken in you know, this time last year, if you told us we'd finish second, we say you're bugging. So in many ways, it's been a good season, but it's also, I wouldn't say terrible, but underwhelming. You know, I think there's the truth's in the middle in it. I think the new word on Twitter is copianism or whatever. If you just do the la land positivity stuff, like, oh, we didn't expect to be here, we've overperformed this and that and the third, you know, that's cool. I think a lot of that's right, but it isn't the true narrative. I also don't think it's to paint it ridiculously negative that we've crumbled in things, because we've shown in moments across the course of the season there is a new mentality. We have got more hunger. There is a bit more desire. Unfortunately, we're looking at it from a prism or a lens of what Arsenal used to be. And if we're looking at Arsenal of last season and seasons, we are dramatically a better team. If we're now looking at this team to win titles and things, being good isn't enough. And the things that we're praising, we shouldn't be praising a team for, really. And I'm saying that in the nicest of ways. You know, Pep Guardiola isn't going to be praised for his tactical brilliance, for his players' consistencies, for winning games. It comes with the territory. So there's a lot we can learn from, and the truth's in the middle. We need to prove that this isn't a blip. This is now a year of foundation. Ultimately, at the same time, the winners win and the losers explain. What started in August and ended in May, we started top alphabetically and we've only moved down into second, so it's all right. But we'll get into that in due course. But isolated to the game, one-way traffic, we won 5-0. You know, I don't think there's a man of the match. I think everybody played well. I might give it to XHAKA because you scored 2 goals and it's the perfect send-off. But I think Jorginho had a great game. I think when Partey started officially at right back, because initially in the game it looked like he was playing as a traditional right back, and you could see, you know, Wolves' threats are going to be from wide areas, really. I think Wolves are good in midfield, and in to a degree in the final third, it's defensively where there's problems. Partey gave a foul throw, had a poor foul throw, but was troubled. Once he stepped into midfield, like him and Benjamin White kind of both did, you know, the right back role when it was determined. I think Arteta made a tweak. Partey stepped into midfield. We started cooking. We scored some very good team goals. The goals were shared out. Feel a bit sorry for Trossard that he didn't score. You know, he's got the hairstyle and he made sure he showed out today. Lovely for Saka to bag and obviously, you know, get the first goal in the new kit and the first goal of officially confirming his new deal now. So we did well, man. You know, it was lovely. Sorry about that, people. As I was saying before it cut out, fantastic from Jesus. He bagged his second. Obviously, it was nice to even see Kyrgios score. I think we did well, man. I think, you know, on occasion, Wolves looked like they were growing in confidence in the game. But other than that, it was largely, sorry for the technical difficulties, it was one-way traffic. They only looked like they would threaten from wide areas. There was a half chance they had where I think Benjamin White cleared it. But other than that, it was one-way traffic. We've scored 5 goals. We've not been troubled. We've got to see Kieran Tierney and Smith Rowe enter the field. One-way traffic. Lovely to see Jesus get a goal and assist. Lovely to see Saka. I think Odegaard was cute and clever in some aspects. Jorginho had a great game. Trossard worked his socks off. And to be honest, Trossard's been off the pace for a while, in my opinion, like the rest of the players. He got back to the Trossard he was, and he deserves his assist or assists. I think technically Smith Rowe got an assist as well, which helps with my agenda. So we did what we needed to do. I was really impressed with 4 of the 5 goals we scored. The first goal I was impressed with because it was a good movement and all of that. But I think the other 4 goals that followed, it was good combination play from everyone. We played with a swagger. We played with a lot of confidence. The critics, rightly so, would say the pressure is off. We're showing out again, which could be true. But we did what we needed to do, man. I think I really like the interchanging movement from everyone. I like the confidence in the performance. I like some of the passes that Ramsdale was playing, really and truly. Ramsdale was playing like a centre-back today. He was showing his passing range, really and truly. I did think there was occasions where we was letting Wolves not put us under mad pressure, but growing in confidence. Like the way the game started, you know, you could see Wolves look shaky defensively. Some of their defending for those goals is not Premier League worthy, and that's probably why they're not having the season they had in it. But I think there was a period we was allowing them having possession. They were getting forward a bit, but they were really keeping the ball in areas that they can't really harm us, really. So I like the fact that we didn't take our foot off the gas. You know, Curtis, I don't know why Partey's goal's been disallowed. It's a bit of a soft one on the keeper. I'm going to say that. And likewise, if Ramsdale was fouled, I'd be screaming it's a foul for him. You know, XHAKA's unlucky not to even get a hat-trick, but we capitalized on it, on poor defending and the team feeling sorry for themselves. We got back to winning ways. We ended the season somewhat of a high. And now we just need to go back into the drawing board, recharge, and go again next season. Take the good and make it great. Take the evident areas that need to be improved and make it better. Because why I just mentioned clean sheets, there's been games, maybe not necessarily in terms of the scoreline, but throughout this season, there's been games, especially at the Emirates, or in general, you could probably even say Brighton away, where it's been one-way traffic. We've scored the goals, we've been amazing, but we've conceded some cheap goals and allowed teams to mess up our goal difference or somewhat get back in the game. Sorry. So that's why I'm happy with the clean sheet, really and truly. And we was clinical in front of goal. You know, at half time, we had 8 shots, 4 on target, and 3 goals for that matter. They had 2 shots, none on target. The only thing they were close to was, you know, Wolves are a good team on the ball. They had 48% to our 52. They played 214 passes to our 238 at half time. Obviously, when you look at the stats to end the game, we had 14 shots, 8 on target, and 5 goals. So he's quite clinical. Lovely to see. Kirio obviously got a goal as well. They had 6 shots, none on target, 41% of possession to their 49. We had 8 corners, they had 4. So it's a great day out and a great way to end the season, really. Unfortunately, it's not been marked with any silverware, but hopefully we can use that to drive us. So like I said, lovely to see the parting gift for XHAKA to score 2 goals, and shows how much he's come a long way at Arsenal. Fans are chanting, we want you to stay. Lovely to see Kirill bagged. Always lovely to see Saka and Jesus bagged. Confident performances from everybody again. Big up Jorginho. Gabriel was good, not that he had much to do. I think Jorginho was great. I think Odegaard in patches was quality. I think Jesus worked his socks off. I think Trossard was a joy to watch. I think Partey, once he moved into midfield, did a lot. I think Ramsdale's passing range was good. White done what he needed to do. Standard day out at the office, man. You know, Wolves need to improve defensively, because you know they can trouble anyone in the midfield. They've got quality. You know, Adama played all right actually. Semedo had a couple of good actions, but ultimately it came to nothing. Hang did all right, but defensively it was Sunday League. Like even for XHAKA's first one and Saka's goal, there was an element of fortune because they're defending like I don't even think you'll see that in Sunday League. But I'm not complaining. That's Lopetegui's problem. For us, Arteta, Edu, and the players, take a couple of weeks, recharge, and now the work begins for next season to improve this team and better us now, because this season has to be a marker. Like we want to do this next year and better. It can't just be a positive blip, because we don't know what the face is going to be saying next season in the Premier League. Like for us, we're going to improve like everybody. But Chelsea don't have any European football. That could be a benefit. Liverpool have Europa League. They don't have to play their strongest team, at least until it gets to the knockout stages. For Arsenal, Newcastle, and Manchester United, you're going to have to navigate this Champions League period. And now we're back. So hopefully the work starts in relation to new players and things like that. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. I'm happy that in the last Premier League game of the season, there's not too much for me to sit here and talk about. The work just needs to begin. And finally, I have to thank you lot, everybody watching this, everyone who's watched all my content, everyone who's interacted. It's been a long season, but it can't have been that way. And on that note, I'm going to love and leave you lot.
Always is that active and defending. I think it's like